Hello everyone, my name's Killfug, and welcome to the first episode of Personal Art History. This is going to be a part of my bigger lecture series, but this is going to be a sub-series, a little tiny inside little secret series inside the main series that is about my personal art history, meaning showing my old stuff that has been collected and recorded over time, sharing it with you folks at home so you can learn about my process and where I've been and what's going on. And maybe talk a little bit about art creation, and our journey, collective journey as artists. That sounds really fun. Wow, let's do that. I love your enthusiasm. So what you're about to look at is some select pieces from a period of time during COVID when I was dealing with some major health issues. Was physically in a lot of pain, could not move very much, and I was still smoking at the time. I was about 280 pounds, was very sedentary, very bad mental health, and obviously locked down during COVID. So I took to taking printer paper and using the art supplies I had and sitting on the porch, smoking cigarettes and just going crazy. So I'm going to share with you some of those pieces that have been archived. And maybe if I have a little tidbit about them, share them, or we can learn about art. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Here's our first piece. Now I remember this one specifically because I was sick. There it is, sick. So this was 2022. Okay. So this one was deep into the COVID era. But remember, the COVID era for me goes pretty long because I was dealing with the physical ailments and stuff that were keeping me inside as well, not just COVID. So it was a dark time, but this is sick right here, number 7. Wow. I mean, that looks like a sinus infection to me. That looks like how a sinus infection feels. It's very textured, it's layered. Sometimes going back in these, I'm surprised by the strange textures I was able to get because I was just going crazy. I think there's some melted crayon on here. I don't know if that's picking up on camera. I believe there's a little bit of spray paint. It was really anything I had, using any utensils I wanted. But yeah, that's sick. It's pretty sick. Number 8. Some of these were numbered in a series. As in, like, each one I did, I just numbered it, just the next picture I did. So this one happens to be right after. This one's fun. So you can see my style is starting to emerge. I've always had this style, but you can see when it was less focused, you can see sort of the origins of it here. We got 3 figures here. The shapes, similar shapes to what you see now, the noses and everything, to what you'd see, but it's a little less focused and a little less confident. I like the orange noses, that's fun. I like the attempt at the different textures, but I feel like some hard lines would have made this better. It was a fun experiment though, learning and just doing art. I mean, that's awesome. 3 boys for cream. Sure think it does. Oh, that's cool. Look how it's bleeding through on some of I'm guessing that was watercolor that was bleeding through. Wow. Very fly. Should mess around with watercolors some more. I like me some watercolors. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. To de-sleeve this one here. This one's fun. This is something I haven't done in a long time, is using text, scribbly text as a texture. I used to do this a lot, so where I would write and print very quickly, so not cursive, but print very quickly, without picking up the pen, creating this sort of like scribbly madman language. But I do dig this. There's something sort of ghostly. I think I didn't do it intentionally, but I believe we arrived at a sort of like soldier after the war sort of thing. Let me see if I'm correct. Back from mustard, yep. And I know, because of how my brain works, that means mustard gas, World War I. That's where I was with that. And you can see just the eyes are just lost. I'm not even going to try. If you want to try and read some of this, you can, but most of it is unreadable. But it looks like Sometimes I just do gibberish. It looks like this is all related text, though, from the little bits I'm getting. Huh. Again, it looks like watercolor pen, some silver acrylic marker that looks like Sharpie. I just had a suitcase, pretty much. This painted suitcase, which I still have now, that I just, at the time, I just filled it with all the art utensils I had, just without any discrimination, just all of them together. Here's the funkiness. This one really shows the it's stuck a little bit. This one really shows the funkiness of what was going on, because you can see all the different crazy textures and mediums that are going on here, and medias and Matilda's. Trying to point out everything. That's gold acrylic. That's just yellow acrylic. A lot of acrylic. I know that's probably Posca pen, I'm guessing. Those splotches, I don't know. Maybe watercolor. I can tell there's another color behind this. That's blue. That blue is probably, that might be house paint. You gold boy. It sure is. That was number 10 in the series. Fun use of color, and honestly, it's a little unfocused, but I mean, I like the composition of it. You can see like where I'm getting at. I'm just not quite there. I mean, are you ever there? But you know, you can see I'm still figuring things out, and I don't even know I'm figuring things out. That's so cool in retrospect. It's not that the story you put on it in retrospect is fake, or you're just making it up. You are connecting the dots that are there. Oh, my Band-Aid's coming out. You are connecting the dots that are there. You just can't see the journey as it's happening. And that's what, here, at the time I was just doing a painting, and I was doing stuff, and I was being a nut job. Let's go ahead and take this off. This is gonna keep moving around. I have a boo-boo on my hand, everybody. I'm gonna be okay. But, yeah. Growing. You gold boy. This is from July of 2022. Let's keep rolling here. Quite a few to peek at. I don't want to keep you too long here. This one looks fun. Alright, what do we got here? Whoa. Okay, now I don't know if I never even noticed this because it was in a plastic. I always view these in a plastic sleeve when I go back and look at them. But there's like this weird, shiny, gross texture. Maybe it's like Mod Podge or something. This snotty, gross cream texture in the background. This is a gross guy. Now, when I go back and look at these, they're pretty unfocused and they're all over the place, lots of exploration. But sometimes accidentally, you do something and it just sticks. For me, this concept of this gross, like it's just a classic little guy, like almost kids painting guy, but he looks, just the texture and everything, it just looks foul, moldy, and disgusting. Like, not like the paper's moldy, but it looks just like the creature is just so moldy and disgusting. It's so wholesome and pure, but also disgusting viscerally at the same time. Not in a cartoony way, but in a real, like, oh, this is messed up. See what I called it? Mud boy. Sure, why not? You can see, I love seeing it bleed through. But yeah, that's gross. Like, this holds up. I wouldn't change anything to this. And I also wouldn't like sit down and make this purposefully. This is something I don't know how I ended up here, but it's a cool, unique piece of this. I don't know, what the fuck is that texture? I must have mixed Mod Podge with acrylic, because this is like such a gross texture. I love it. All right, next one. Oh, so it's a thick one. Layer City. Overworked, layered, but hey, again, we're having fun. I think even at the time, this one made me think of like organs, like kidney, of like, yeah, I don't know. Definitely has, the blue is a fun texture though. In retrospect, now that I'm seeing this now, what I would have done now, after mucking around with this background, is have just done a drawing over it. Just with a flat color, just like a pin. Would have looked good. Because this background is beautiful, textured blue background. Blue with this sort of canvas looking, even though it's paper, it's white paper, it's like canvas looking color. Sandstone kind of coolness, very cool. But then there's just this, you know, whatever the fuck this is, this blob of color. creature with some sort of veins. I don't know. This is something that doesn't land. Organ monk prayer. Sure. I can kind of see the monk's robes. I can kind of see, obviously, the organs thing. But yeah, this doesn't really like hold up as a piece of art as like, wow, look at this. But there's some cool stuff going on. Learning about textures, layers. And when you make mistakes like this, you learn, you can go back or even in the moment be like, okay, why is this not clicking? Oh, I see, because of this and this. And you can apply it to the future. A lot of the best lessons are learned that way. They're not learned from someone telling you advice. They're learned from you do the darn thing a lot, and that's how you get to some great conclusions. This is another example. I was going crazy with the textures. This one's awesome, and I even show this one to people and will like be like, but you got to touch it, because I don't know. I say Mod Podge, but I don't know if it's like Mod Podge with like modeling paste or what. This has this gritty, lumpy, like dried icing texture. I have no idea how I got that. I think there's some cigarette ash in there. A lot of these have cigarette ash in them because I'd be smoking and I'd sometimes tap the ashes in there to get texture. And then there's, I don't know what I put. This was crayon here, and then I put some sort of finish or something on it. But now this, again, not quite 100%, but this one's pretty freaking good. Like, the concept isn't executed 100%. Mainly, it's just like the features themselves, like the facial features aren't 100% where I'd want them to be. And the color choices in here aren't great, but the texture of the crayon and generally the idea, and especially the background, obviously, fantastic. I should mess around with more crazy textures like this because I love that. I know it's like acrylic paint. It's like that pink, neon pink acrylic paint. I had a bunch of it. I don't know what I mixed it with. It's really fun. You gotta be careful when you're messing around with textures though, because some stuff will not last at all because of like you're going outside the boundaries, and you'll end up making something that falls apart in like a few months, or maybe weird, like it gets up to 90 degrees and then suddenly it melts because of some stuff you put in it. Overworked City. This is a heavy piece of printer paper. Holy cow. And there's cigarette ashes. Oh my gosh, you could scrape through this and find a lot of stuff. This is just having fun scooting paint around. That's pretty much what this is. It's like a worm, but it's just having fun. Now, this, again, you're going back and you're finding things. This piece altogether isn't like amazing or mind-blowing. It's all over the place, it's a little whatever. But here, the drips of that, you want to call it teal, I guess, on that maroon, whatever, brownie Sunday color, with the drizzles of that makes me want to do that. I want to do some Sriracha bottle drizzly doodles on that color combo. Is really cool. The rest of it is whatever, just mucking about. Still fun though. Worm Divide. That's what it is. It's a worm divide. Here's some fun ones. Trying to be a painter here. Pretending I'm a painter. Now obviously this one is super blurry and I don't know. I still kind of like these because they kind of look like just mindless abstractions, but you kind of see the figures. It's just not other people have done this better, but it was fun. It's fun to mess around with things and see how they come out. It feels almost like the texture, just close your eyes and feel it, is almost the best part. The colors are the green and orange. It's interesting. Glad I did it. What do they call it? Study for two nude fuckers. All right, if you say so. One of my favorites. I don't know, I guess a really dry brush, how I got the scrapiness of this, but I really need to scan this piece or frame it. It just reminds me of just like a mildewy, just basement creature, golem, disgusting, scary. This, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, this texture is fantastic. This is just a good piece. And again, I didn't like set out to do this. It was all improvised and just kind of built from there. But the colors work together. It looks really cool. You could, Melt Mailman. I like that title. Wow. This is a great piece. It's just good. It just works. I wasn't busting these out all the time, but I was stumbling upon, like, I wouldn't do something like this now, probably. Just, you know, you have to be swinging like crazy to accidentally hit on something like this. And now, is it amazing? Like, this will stand up the greatest of all time? No, but it's like a cool piece. Like, if I saw this on someone's wall, I'd be like, whoa, that's cool. That's creepy. What's that? You know, it serves a purpose. All right, let's see what's next. Ooh, this is a good section. Little Francis Bacon wannabe. At least that's what I had in my head. Oh, this is printer paper, but it's supposed to be like a white on black sort of situation. I don't know what I used to do this. I don't think that's acrylic, or if it is, it's been, the background is something else. I don't know how I did this. But you can look at it, and I've always viewed it like this, but other people have seen it like, oh, it's obviously supposed to be like this or whatever. But I've always seen it like a figure, like looming, like kind of like a Babadook looming in the corner. Looming in the corner sort of thing. The mic is running away from me. Bear with me, folks. It's hard to find which one is the one that's sinking down. It's this one. There we go. I think we solved it. Beautiful. Yeah, Francis Bacon. Did I... Room box. Yeah. Francis Bacon was always doing those big empty rooms with a spooky figure. Really like his paintings. One of my favorite painters. I mean, this is just great. I mean, the colors are great. The composition is decent. And it's fun. I like that the lips are off to the side. That inspires me because I don't usually, when I do this profile thing, I do like it when the ear comes off of the head usually now. A little bit, at least. Like, breaks this line. But having the whole lips just there. On the side. Kind of inspires me. But overall, the cat is almost perfect. Like, I love the cat. The using red to do the lines, I mean, that's fun. Obviously, it's not perfect, but textures are fun. This is another one that just I plopped out. Cat with an E. Okay, Kate. Okay. But, yeah, that's so fun. I love that cat. Obviously, like a Picasso thing, but I wasn't super into Picasso at the time. I was aware of him, but I wasn't, like, studying his works or anything like that, you know. At that stage. Yeah. I dig it. You'll hear me talk about Picasso as time goes on, and the thing is that a lot of my similarity to Picasso, not similarity to Picasso, I gotta watch my words here, people are gonna kill me. Similarity, in style to like his late period or whatever. It was already happening before I even found his late period, or it was a revelation because like, oh, I was already on this path, and then I found you, you know, because everyone sees the Ives of the Blue period, Rose period, all that earlier, more in the classical realm, so sort of around there, and then everyone sees like the Cubism stuff, but then it kind of drops off past Guernica, like people stop paying attention. But that's, to me, is where the really good shit is. Anyways, this one is The Hoarder. Does not look great. This is not a good piece. I wouldn't put this on my wall. But it's pretty effective at communicating the situation. You can see someone caged in, but they're not really caged in. And there's all this stuff, and they're becoming part of the stuff, and it's violent, red, and flesh-colored, and it's horrible. Oh, here's a really funky one. Really funky with the textures here. Alright, let's see. Again, I don't even know where to start. I don't know what this smoothness is. Again, I feel like I'm mixing Mod Podge with paint. Why are these so thick? That's crayon, obviously. Watercolor crayon. Mod Podge with acrylic. Crayon. black and orange acrylic mixed together. Why are these yellow ones? I guess that's some sort of acrylic paint. I was going really, and I have no idea what this black is. I don't know. It's like some sort of matte paint. The composition and stuff and the color is not great, but you can see I'm going crazy with the textures on this one. No questions. Okay. I guess because they're all exclamation point. They're all answers. Okay. The concept is fun and stuff, but again, just learn it. I'm getting inspired by the textures. That's the main thing. This one's gross. This is an icky one. Just swampy, gross, Shrek colors, smeared shit. Chamber. I don't want to go to that chamber. That's nasty. Pushing paint around, having fun. Oh, I like the texture. Texture up the wazoo. What the frick is this? It's... Let me see if I can capture it. I don't know if that was loud enough to pick up, or I'll talk while I do it so you can hear it, so you can hear how rough it is. That's crazy. Composition and the characters aren't perfect. Far from it, but the idea is cool. Like the gloopy guy and then that guy. The colors in here. Again, I had a problem with like getting muddy and mixing shit together. Large men, Melky. Yeah, I agree. But it's inspiring and it's a cool piece. Like it's unique. At least it contributes something, you know? It inspires me, and you can see I was committed to an idea and did it, and it's here. And I can learn from it and go forward. That's awesome, you know? Instead of just being something really safe and just the same thing over and over. It's essential to do this, to figure out what's going on. Here we go. Here's a great example of the cigarette ashes. We see the cigarette ashes here, and not so much acid. It looks like I took a butt and then put it out, because you see like raw tobacco flakes. But yeah, is it burnt or something here? I got crazy with this one. Fun textures. I almost want to draw over this. This looks like it's waiting for you to take a black pen or something and like draw over it. The background texture, I think that's like a very dry brush. Face hole. Yeah, sure. Trying to do a green smoke thing, it's not really working. Honestly, if the green wasn't there, it'd probably be a little bit better. But it's a cool concept, and I don't smoke anymore, but the idea of using just like dirt and stuff like that, and sand and dust, and adding that is definitely worth pursuing. Get a little Pollock action. He's the first person who comes to mind. I mean, you know what this is. This is blemishes. This is gross pimples, nasty. It's effective. That's what it looks like, and it's gross. And this is called The Call. Sure. Gross. Okay, here we go. Finally, I kept saying it, and then I actually answered. Looks like we finally got that black outline. This is a pretty good piece. You can see this on someone's wall. The muddy background works. If this was a little more saturated, it'd be really good. The muddy background works when you have the middle figure that's like solid orange pop, and then with the hard black outline. Then the muddy background like serves a purpose. It's a fun one. Here we go. This one. Scooting paint around. A silly slug man. Today. You just gotta get through some paintings, folks. Sometimes they're not mind-blowing. Sometimes you just gotta get through some paintings. Whoa, this one's crazy. Oh, it's on the ground. Here's two very sus paintings. There's like a frog guy, gold. There's gold paint, and then there's a big muddy bone, and and then it's covered in. This is a very sus picture. Very sus. Fucking give. Sure, why not? Nude on the floor. Yep, that's what that is. I don't know if this will get demonetized, but... or banned. I think it's abstract enough, you can't tell. I think it's a good painting. I just don't want to get in trouble because of the thought police. Here, okay, I remember these. Feeling quite emo when I made these. Yes, this is very on the nose. It's almost embarrassing. Ooh, the red door. Oh, there's some cigarette ashes right there. The doorknob. Okay. So sad. This one holds up a lot better. Look at that. That's gnarly. That looks like someone's gonna rip your frickin' face off. Bloody and disgusting. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We finally chilled out a little bit and actually did some line drawing here. Instead of just squelching paint around the whole time. Have some text as well. I'll read it to you. Let's see. To Martha, my leg has fallen asleep again. Too many chips and beans in my stomach. Why don't you hate when that happens? This is a fun little scene. Colored pencil action. To Martha. It's called To Martha. Okay. That's a fun little scene. Like that guy. Love big chin guy. Black lines are too heavy. This bothers me. I know I'm Mr. Experimental Art Man. Let's have fun, experiment. And then there's not black lines here. This just looks... This just didn't work out. This is why you practice. So when you make pieces, they come out the way you want and not kind of goofed up like this. I'm not a hater. I'm not trying to hate Francis Bacon arrows, by the way. He would put arrows like this. But not trying to hate on it, but just like, what is this? It's just not cooking for me. It's okay. But it's not, it's good because, like, you gotta do that. You gotta try some shit. Okay, I got some ballpoint pen action. Just doodlies. Yeah, that's just some doodles. Too many fruit flies in the kitchen. Too many shrimp are dead. Now we cry. Wow, that sounds like a beautiful poem. Is this titled? Logic. Yeah, I don't think there's any logic there. Bottle 2. There it is, the sequel. Any fans of Bottle 1 out there? Why not? Why not? There it is. There's Bottle 2. All right. This one's glittery. There's not much there. It's a naked guy. Half care, sure. Sure. Shrimp cabin. This is fun. This is surreal and fun. I dig it. This is one of those people. I don't even know how to explain this. This is just cute and fun. And just, I want to live there. I want to live in that house. Okay, we'll just do the first one on this one, because the other one's just a pencil drawing. I don't know if this is picking up because of the small ballpoint, but earlier that day, West Virginia is my favorite place to visit during the summer. The people here are so kind and gentle. I want to marry a West Virginia girl. And then there's this giant, crazy, chaotic scene going on. And there's our narrator right there. Earlier that day. Looks like a fun party in West Virginia. A lot of crazy shit going on in there. Oh, here we go. Some watercolor action. Lies out. Why not? Why not? Looks like a poster. Wrong channel again. Ah. Looks like our protagonist is porn addicted. And quite traumatized by things he has seen on the internet. I hope he gets therapy. You'll be okay, buddy. I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there who have been harmed by that stuff. Messing with watercolor. Kind of looks like a mountain range, but mainly just messing around, testing things out, learning. Oh, geez. This is close enough that I might have to, I'll just go like this, that I might have to, do this. I stood behind her holding my, her head had floated away days ago, thanks to the warm winter weather. Hopefully I can finally get laid. This is some sort of Freudian hellscape going on. Oh, Lord. There's a lot of processing, a lot of trauma here, folks. What the hell is going on? Yeah, there's a you-know-what right here, and that guy is choking on it, and the lightning is cooking him. Forgot to take off the sleeve. Looks like this is a walk at night self-portrait. Though my forehead is the opposite of that, so being very shallow, it is quite gigantic. Oh, don't look at that. Rocket Mouth and Self-Portrait. That's a great title for this one. That guy's freaking out, man. Oh, there you go, little drawing of, there's your coworker right there. Wanted, dead or alive. I want him alive. I want this guy alive. He's a good guy. Wow. Greetings. This guy knows what's up. Hello. Hello. Big echo. Hello. Don't run from me. Don't run from me. Don't run from me. Don't run from me. Follow the instructions. This one's very goopy. Overworked, muddy, having fun with paint. Look here. I like when it has instructions so you don't have to think about it. Oh yeah, you could solve this. You just go over here and then it works out. Pretty easy. Here's a great one. This is educational content. Look at this. Leg, no. Boot, yeah. Leg, boot, no. Leg, boot. There we go. Check this one out. I've always liked this one. This was with a little chalk marker, liquid chalk. I don't know why they exist. They're weird. There he is. There's the businessman. He's doing business. Hey! Shout out to your coworker. Hey! Shout out to your coworker, the businessman. Hey! Ah, I love this one. And so does David. Look at this guy. There's a letter here. Hello, Susan. Living in a city has been an absolute dream. People tell me all the time how kind and handsome I am. I want to find a larger flat to stay in so I can meet more girls. My job search is not going so well. Most jobs are for people with college degrees. I hope you write back soon. Love, David. There he is. What a scumbag. Pink skin. Look at that guy. There's David. This is a nice piece. Just reclining on a carpet. This is a very nice piece. I should do more pieces like this. Very good. There's a person laying in a room. There's a vase and a mirror and a window and a carpet. What a scene. I like doing stuff like that and pretending to be a painter. It's very fun. This one got shuffled. This one should have been one of the first ones. One of my classics, another a little muddy, a little crazy, some melted crayon. It's a nature scene here, some nature creatures. Nature in the wild to scale. I'll trust you on that. Melted crayon. Oh, never give a kid a lighter. Oh, God. Window. Yeah, that's someone looking through a shit-smeared window, stalking you. Good job. I can smell that picture. That's disgusting. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's a wild picture. They look like a happy couple. If you know any happy couples, there they are. Congratulations on your anniversary, happy couple. Just a few more left. Wow, look at this one. Classic. Talking about educational content here, folks. Look at this. Diagram of a skeleton. Eye hole, nose slits, teeth cube row, right there. Call R bone, yep. Rib, chana, neck toe. Wow. Forearm hole, hand clump, finger sticks, spine, Brock, rib rack, big arm, jaw stick, pelvis. Government approved. Well, I'll believe you. That's a good piece. Educational content, folks. And here are the last two. This one's really fun. So this was a drawing. I might have photocopied it and then printed it. Or it might be the original. I can check easily. No, that's the original. So that was a drawing done in Sharpie, cut out and then put on, taped. You can see it's like separate, taped onto this background of the, these three characters. I drew you and your friends. Here you are with your friends. In hell. Seems like it's going well. You know how they are in hell. Come on, man. And the last one. Holy buckets. What one to leave on. Holy buckets. This is, yeah, that's a person laying there who's probably going to bite your face off and chew it up and swallow it and then eat the rest of your body. That is a person. Looks like we're using crayon, I think. Wow. Quite heavy. Well, folks, I'll tell you this much. That was a fun little trip down memory lane. I'd like to thank you for joining me today in our first episode of Personal Art History. I hope you enjoyed diving in to a bit of the back catalog and seeing my journey as an artist and how I got here. Seeing a little snippet of it. There's a lot of old weird stuff in there, but again, the message today is do your stuff. Have fun doing your stuff. And keep doing your stuff. Did I mention you should keep doing it? With tenacious effort, you should. And keep chugging away because you'll keep finding new, beautiful things. And you'll keep finding dead ends. You can mark it on your map and then keep going. And you'll eventually make something great, and the world will give you a big mwah, kiss on the forehead. And if you're like me, you have a gigantic forehead, so it's easy to make sure that kiss lands. Anyways, thank you again. You can always check out the clips, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, at Keofug on everything. My website, www.keofug.online. Check that out too. Obviously, the full lectures are on YouTube. Keofug. Keofug, that's me. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.